Hello to you, my cosmic dragon friends, and hello, Bedford, who wants to come in tonight. He's not coming in, this isn't the moment. Okay, so it's the 13th of December, time to open window number 13. He has nothing to complain about, he's just been fed, by the way. So, okay then, let him in. Let the monster in.
Go on then.
Hello? Hello? You good boy? You good boy? Yeah, you happy now? Let me pause. You happy now? Yeah, you're where you wanted to be. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. So we've been out for the day and Bedford clearly has a lot to say about that. So the Mouse and Buttercup, Innocence. Lovely. Let's see what else we've got here. Got some angel cards and some tarot. See only love. Play and let your past go. Interesting. Feels very much like we're going into some inner child work here today. Let's bring this round so you can see the cards properly. There we go. Yeah. And for some reason, I have my Do More to Your Right angel that I was guided to bring down onto the table as well, because she just looked like she was about to fall off the shelf up there on my bureau. And I thought, you know what, I need to include her. So here she is. Do More to Your Right is a very interesting crystal, resonates very strongly with the third eye chakra. It's like a spa for the third eye. Very balancing, very helpful for the third eye. So for our psychic abilities, clairvoyance, mediumship, etc. And for our contact with the angels, of course, as well. So let's pop her there. Let's see what these cards have to say. Look past the seeming errors, mistakes and misunderstandings and see only the love within each person, including yourself. Your resolute focus upon the love that underlies every situation brings about healing in undreamed of ways. Okay, I'm going to turn that specifically to the self because I do feel that there's self-blame going on here and I feel there's inner child healing to be done. Are you getting down now? Good boy. Off you go then. Bedford has finished his part of the reading. There we go. So, play. Beloved one, it's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety and laughter will lift your energy so that you'll return to work with a renewed perspective and heightened energy. Lovely. And the burden of carting your past around has made you weary, dear one. Although casting makes sense, doesn't it? Because very often we end up repeating the same patterns. So maybe we are casting people as the same figures and going through those same patterns with different people, but who act out the same patterns in the same ways. It's time to set this burden down. Keep only the lessons and the love and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and it's now gone. Wow. I do feel very strongly there's a lot of energy to do with clearing the past, clearing childhood wounding here as well. Mother wound, father wound in particular, and other terrible things that may have happened to us in childhood, or it may just simply be neglect. Maybe we felt unloved, maybe we felt unseen. I feel for a lot of you watching though, there's a lot of self-blame, which isn't fair, okay? Because you were a child, it wasn't your fault whatever happened, okay? Children do not sin, children do not carry blame. Okay, and it's very sad when this does happen. And the Mouse and Buttercup, very gentle energy on 0 here with innocence. It is trying to take us back to a more innocent time, a way of seeing the world through new eyes, fresh eyes. I think what the Buddhists would call, what's the name for it? I know this. Beginner's mind. My mind went blank there. It's been a long day. Beginner's mind. So going back to beginner's mind, but from seeing the beauty of the world and seeing all of the positivity in it, not seeing it through the eyes of judgment. And again, that's what we're trying to get to, not seeing it in a way that is kind of marred by our past experiences, darkened by our past pain and hurt, because we can only see the world as we are. None of us see the world as it is. We see it as we are. We see it through our filter, through our eyes. So there's certainly a good day today to do any kind of work connected to healing, particularly healing the inner child, family wounds, mother wound, father wound. Yeah, and there could be some guilt as well connected to an expectation of filial responsibility, which may or may not be fair or reasonable. So let's bring in our tarot cards as well. We have Temperance, so that's all about balance. Four of Swords, rest, and the King of Pentacles. Ooh, yes. So it does feel like the message here is very much to, I actually get the words to get our house in order. There's an element of needing to get our house in order from a mental, psychological perspective, I think here, maybe emotionally and spiritually as well, to find that true balance within ourselves so that we can act in fair ways towards everyone, including ourselves. There is certainly self-forgiveness that needs to be done here. Self-love is very, very important right now. So I'm not one of these people that says, oh, you have to forgive everyone, because not everyone deserves forgiveness. Not in the usual sense of the word anyway, because if there is no remorse or responsibility taken, then why would you let them off? That doesn't make any sense. The only forgiveness that I'm interested in is where you are able to find peace within yourself about something, so you're not harming yourself because of other people's misdeeds. So there is a message about that, about finding peace. So when I talk about forgiveness, generally I'm talking about finding peace, not letting the other person off for what they did. Because a lot of the time they don't deserve that. Especially if it's something terrible, they definitely don't deserve that. And again, that can be a manifestation of what we call the false light, or what I would call the false light, where people pretend to be holy. You see this a lot in certain religions. Someone does something really terrible, or they may be a PDF file, shall we say? If you know what that means, you know. And they get let off over and over and over again, and they reoffend over and over again. You can't. You have to protect yourself. You have to be sensible. And with the Four of Swords, I kind of want to put like 4 swords around you in the corners of your bed, the corners of your room, so that you are protected to sleep. So that you can sleep without nightmares, without worry of other people harming you. So yeah, there is a desperate need here for deep and restful sleep, the kind of sleep that comes from finding that inner peace, you know, not just knocking yourself out or you know, with medication or whatever, or just going to bed because you're very, very tired and sleeping. It's not always a restful sleep. It can be fitful. So deep sleep is what I want for you, what I hope for you, what I ask the angels to bring you. And King of Pentacles. So this will all lead us to greater levels of success, happiness, joy, stability, I think is the key word here for me. Stability is the key word I'm getting. Stability based on balance, based on feeling rested, but also feeling like the world is safe, like the world is on side and everything's okay. Yeah, healing the wounded aspects so that we can feel like the world is a safe place and that we can manifest better things for ourselves and for everyone else. Wow. That's quite a deep reading, guys. Some deep messages, which I wasn't expecting to do because I've had a long day and I'm kind of tired. My guides are like, yeah, don't think that gets you off the hook. Because it doesn't, apparently. Let's get a couple of these little angel cards. What do we have? Risk and compassion. Yeah. Compassion for yourself and compassion for others, because it's much easier to have compassion for others than it is to have the compassion for the self, unless you're a narcissist. You know, and I want to encourage self-compassion, self-forgiveness, kindness to yourself, because that is the risk that you need to take to show that kindness to yourself and actually see what happens, especially if you're not very good at that, if you're not good at being kind to yourself, if you always put yourself last and everyone else first. And you think that your feelings and needs and wants don't matter. They absolutely do. They absolutely do. So, self-compassion will enable us, make us stronger and more balanced so that we can take greater risks and achieve greater levels of success in our lives. And happiness too. Happiness in all things, in relationship, in family, in romantic relationships, in friendships, in our community as well, and to find communities that we gel with, that we vibe with as well. So that's very strongly the message coming through today, guys. That's quite unexpected, out of the blue. And yet, yeah, here we are. So lots of things to think about there. Please let me know in the comments what you thought about that reading, if that resonated for you. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can also hype this video if you're on a mobile device, which will really help me. Yeah, remember my psychic predictions for next year are available to pre-order. The ebook is available to pre-order now. And until I see you guys again, please remember to take very, very good care of yourselves. Bye-bye. And you can now pre-order my 2026 Psychic Predictions ebook, which is available from angelwingsholistics.com. Link is in the description below. And yes, of course, it features Bedford on the front.